Hey guys, another vlog here. This one's going to be talking about something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. It's just I've never really. I keep forgetting, to be honest. I keep forgetting, and I want to talk about it, but then I keep forgetting. So everyone gives a lot of shit to Nintendo, myself included. But for different reasons. I give them a lot of shit for their console and the fact that the tablet controller for it is bullshit. I've noticed that people give them a lot of shit for, say, Star Fox being too colorful or something like that. They complain about the new Star Fox. Well, folks, you wanted a new Star Fox. They're giving you a new Star Fox. So stop complaining. But the thing that I've noticed is that people will rag on games like Kirby's Epic Yarn or Rainbow Curse or Yoshi's Woolly World or fucking Mario for being too colorful. I've noticed that people often associate colorful video games as children's products. To which my response is, fuck you. Okay? That's what I have to say about that. With all the blue and orange and brown and gray and black that's in today's video games in terms of shooters galore, and all these other deep and artistic games like Heavy Rain or some shit like that, it's great to delve into other colors in the crayon box. I'm looking forward to the those Kirby games and the Yoshi games and stuff like that, and Star Fox. Despite being pissed off that they're coming out with a new console, Nintendo, but we could use a little more color in our video games. I mean, Nintendo has colorful games, and that doesn't mean that they're just meant for kids. It just means that they're colorful. The gameplay is great. They're a lot of fun, Nintendo games, and color is not a bad thing. I mean, you look at Gears of War 4, I could barely tell what was going on. It was so fucking dark. No wonder they could. No wonder the texture seems so smooth when you can't see shit. I mean, people consider colorful games to be games meant for kids. People consider things that are full of color to be meant for younger audiences, when a lot of times that's not the case. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is full of color, and they're cartoon characters interacting with real live actors, and that could be considered a children's movie on first glance, on not really watching the movie, but you watch it. There's some adult themes in there. There's a lot of adult jokes that I didn't get until I was an adult. So, it just here's something that I kind of wanted to touch upon, and then I'll end the video for now. In terms of colorful games, not just being for kids, back before the PlayStation 4, before the Xbox One even existed, I used to work at GameStop. Not that you should hold that against me. We had this policy where you could rent games and you can get discounts on pre-owned games combined with your GameStop discount and stuff like that. So this game came out called De Blob 2. I played it on the Xbox 360. I played it from start to finish. I think I got 100% on the story. The gameplay was fun, the music was fun, and it was full of color. You play as a paint blob, hence the title, the Blob, and basically the bad guy coats the continent or the world in black and gray. Basically turns everything into a black and white movie, and you, as the paint blob, have to go around and paint the world again. You have to bring color back to the world. You have to free these cities from the oppression of being black and white, basically, and he brings color back to the world. And every stage, when you start bringing color back to the world, and you can mix, like just as a side note, you can mix certain colors like blue and red, purple, green and yellow, blah blah blah. So you can mix certain colors to get other colors to continue the game as you wish. And there are some places in the game where you can only progress when you've painted something a certain color. And that's not the whole game. I think that would be frustrating if it was the whole game. But at any rate, once you start painting a level, you'll notice that the music changes. Like, sometimes there's little to no music when you get to a black and gray area, but then as you progress in painting that area, the music will start to come back, and there will be more layers added to the music until it's a full track, once you've fully painted the world. And it was a lot of fun, and I'm actually having fond memories of it right now because I really enjoyed it, and I recommended it to people that I worked with. They looked at me like I was fucking weird. I recommended it to people that came into the store. They looked at me like it was fucking weird. And it's just a shame that that game will not be getting a third installment in that franchise, mainly because THQ went under. But it's really a shame that not a lot of people bought that game. At least from my standpoint, because I had a lot of fun with it, and I wish that people would have taken it more seriously, because it really is a fun game. If you find it, it's called The Blob and The Blob 2. Great games, and you can find them on the Wii. You can find The Blob 2 on the Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. Unfortunately, the first game is only for the Wii. But just because it's a game full of color and music and fun doesn't mean that it's a game meant for children. All right, there's some of you guys out there that are watching My Little Pony, and some would say that's for children, some would say that's for little girls. But you expect people not to judge you for watching that. Why would you judge a colorful game like Yoshi or Kirby or The Blob or Mario or something like that for being too colorful? That's your problem with the game? Yeah, you need to get your priorities checked. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, I'm the Black Dragon. Take care.